Hello, everyone. We are now live on YouTube. Welcome back to the Filmmaker Talks. This is episode 31 on the Filmmaker Talks live stream. Welcome, everyone. So I started a little earlier than usual, like 1 minute earlier. It doesn't make much difference, but it does seem that we've got quite a few people already watching, already commenting. Looking at a few of the comments now that I will address in a moment. Right off the bat, I will just now welcome our guest this evening. It is, we all know him, we all love him. It is Movie Worm Jordan. How are you, Movie Worm?
Hello, Lucas. Thank you so much for having me on the channel. I'm doing great, thanks. And
Great.
yeah, I've watched a few of your live streams, so it's great to be part of one finally.
No,
thanks.
I had to have you on at some point. And by the way, of course, it goes without saying, Movie Worm's channel link is in the description. He's 10 subscribers away from 800, I believe. So let's get him to 800. If 10 of you aren't subscribed, please go subscribe.
Thank you, mate. Thanks.
No problem. And it does seem now that there's a big trend within the community doing all these live streams. And I think that's great.
Yeah, I've started just doing a collab series, and now everyone's doing it live. So I'm like, oh, am I a step behind there because the live the way to go now?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are. Film Flick, who's watching, does it? Jake, Film Geek 13, Alex Pitt, Movie Bug just announced, and so yeah, I will try and watch everyone's live streams, but I can't make any promises. But I will try to.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me just address a few comments. We do have Rehan here. He says, "Hi, dude. Thanks for supporting my channel." No problem, Rehan. You're very early there. We've got, of course, let me just skip to a few where. We've got OLMOT. I think this is Ollie 11. How are you, Ollie? I'm really happy that you can be watching today. We've got Grace watching. Like I mentioned, Film Flick and Jake. Oh yeah, Poppy and Luke's channel. Hello, Luke. And here we are. Yes, we have Winslow, Bertel, Lachlan Ashton, film reviewer Alex, Walter Robinson says, hello, accidentally cut myself shaving in a bid to get here on time. Whoa, I hope you're okay, Walter.
You're not going to believe this because that's why I was a little bit late connecting, because I cut myself.
Oh, really? Well, there you have it. And I've just got a thing here telling me that I've got dodgy connection. It says connection unstable. Hopefully everyone. Oh dear. I'm just going to check my stream health. It says my stream health is healthy. It just says that. It says excellent actually on YouTube, on my YouTube tab. But on
my Wi-Fi is quite high.
Yeah, that's hopefully everyone. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's get back to saying hello to everyone. We have Tom. Oh, if that works. Why is that not working? Oh yeah. Tom 180 says, "What is up, everyone?" All in caps.
Yeah, Tom is one of my subscribers who I've known for quite a while. So he's been with me from the start. So
he's here for Movie Worm, of course. And we've actually got 26 people watching. That's crazy. Hello, everyone. We don't have this amount of people watching usually, so thank you, everyone, for coming by. Of course, we have Mr. Alex Pitt here, and I just want to say, Alex, it was an absolute pleasure to be on your quiz. Was it last week, I think? Yeah, that was really good fun.
Yeah, I had a good time. It was great. Thanks a lot, Alex, for sorting that quiz out. I had such a good time, even though I came third.
No, it was still really good fun, and I do envy Alex for organising the whole quiz, and I don't know how he's going to do it again because he's organising another quiz. He's already got the contestants lined up, so hopefully he comes up with some more fantastic questions.
Yeah.
We have Pre-Cut Film says, "What's up, mates?"
Hello.
Do you know of Pre-Cut Films, movie Worm? Do you
I might do.
Maybe sure. You know, I think they're all here for you tonight, Movie Worm.
Right. I think I might be subscribed to this guy. Apologies if I'm getting mixed up there. But...
Yeah. And then we've got, of course, Ollie says, hello, Lucas and Movie Worm. We have someone called YouTube User says, who was the fake Rehan? Okay, YouTube user. I did hear something about that. Somebody made a fake account pretending to be Rehan. So I don't know about that, YouTube user. Yeah, obviously this person thinks they're hilarious, making a fake Rehan account. Anyway, Winslow is here. He says, you both seem to really like Malcolm and Marie. I watched it last night and thought the cinematography was nice, but the writing was unnatural and performances were hit and miss and was very repetitive. Yes, I watched your review on that, Jordan, and I really did enjoy it. I really agreed with most of your points, and I always enjoy watching your reviews. They're really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it did get a little bit repetitive towards the end, I feel. I think 70 minutes would have been a perfect time for that movie.
I agree, yeah. No,
Yeah.
definitely. You did feel the runtime. It was repetitive, I do agree, but even though it was so repetitive, I was still quite invested in it, and I still was wondering where is this going to go. And they kind of just, and it was hard to do that because it's a one location movie with two actors in, and that is it. It's hard, to make something out of that, other than cutting down the runtime, like you said, Jordan. So
yeah.
Like
I said in my review, I think you've got to have great dialogue and great acting if it's going to be two people like that. And I did feel like it's done that for almost all the films. In the end, I just thought no one's going to win here. So it was more the story that I lost sight of,
Yeah, and with Winslow, the performance, I think the performances, I do agree with that, were hit and miss at points. There was one scene where John David Washington's character is looking for his wallet, and I just thought, like, he was doing an okay job, but the dialogue wasn't good. It was just F-bomb left, right, and center, and it was getting really tiresome. I was just really, and some of the monologues are really good. Others are just repetitive and full of cursing, and I'm just like, come on, can we make this a little more engaging rather than like in your intro, Jordan? You're an asshole. No, you are. No, you are. I like that a lot.
Someone said I summed the film up in a nutshell there. So
yeah, and they did go from hating each other and saying things that, in my opinion, if I said that to my girlfriend, I don't have a girlfriend, but if I had one, if I said that to her, there would be no going back. I couldn't move forward with her. She would probably dump me after that. But no, they go and say how much they absolutely loathe each other. And the next scene, they're best friends. So again, I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah. It was a strange film, but I welcome films like that. I like to see something different.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like Winslow just mentioned, the cinematography was outstanding. It looked fantastic. I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah. Just another note that I did tweet about. I really like how this film is quite split down the middle here with reviews, because Winslow is mentioning how he didn't really like it. Me and Jordan are kind of singing the praises here of the film, and Walter really loved the film. Other people hate the film. I really enjoy engaging with that conversation.
Yeah, I think there's been a few films like that in the past couple of years where you've either loved or hated, going by the people you see on social media and stuff.
Yeah.
And it makes a good debate, I think.
Anyway, we did spend quite a long time on that question, Winslow, but it is a new movie release, so it's good to talk about it because I didn't do a review on it. I did a Letterboxd review, that was about it. So yeah. And we've got D Hollywood here. How are you doing, Dan? Okay, wow. We've got quite a lot of comments. Oh wow. Just been continuously scrolling back up to where we were. Okay. All is here. Hello, hope you're all okay. We're doing very well, thank you all.
Hello.
Rehan says, have Movie Worm watched my channel?
I am subscribed to you, Rehan. Yes, I am subscribed.
There you go, Rehan. You've got a subscriber. We've got Darius here. Hello, Darius.
Hello.
Oliver. Oh, and here's Walter. He says he loved Malcolm and Marie.
Yeah.
We've got Jake. He says, hope you guys are okay tonight. I'm doing okay, Jake. I've just spent all day doing very, very dull and boring college work, doing an evaluation on a 10-week project. So it was not the most fun thing to do in the world. Anyway, we've got Luke here. He says, here we go. How are you, Jordan, mate? Love watching your channel, mate.
Thank you. Cheers, Luke. I think Luke's from the Big Paulie page and the Movie Bug page, isn't he? I've sort of met him on there.
Yeah.
Spoke to him
For
a
some
couple of times.
reason, today, when I bring up the comments, the text seems quite smaller than usual, which is strange. Anyway.
It's probably me messing with the Wi-Fi in the comments.
Probably. Just compressing everything. Grace says, I'm the kid who likes the Emoji Movie. I know, Grace. You've said that before, I think. I think you mentioned that on the Alex Pitts quiz. I mean, as long as you can enjoy it, like Moviebug says, that film is for you. That's your film. You enjoy Emoji Movie.
Yeah, I've never seen the film, to be honest.
I mean, it's interesting that we bring Emoji Movie up in a stream, because when I first started doing streaming, my live streaming, the Filmmaker Talks, I had it so I would ask people, I said, listen, give me 2 film recommendations, 1 bad and 1 good, and I'll go and watch them. And I only did it that one time, and I had Nicholas, and he said, watch Sing Street and the Emoji Movie. And then the next week I would come back on the stream and give my thoughts on those 2 films. Maybe I should continue that. I don't know, but that's the only reason why I watched the Emoji Movie was for that.
All right.
Yeah. I don't secretly love it or anything.
Not like you secretly love 50 Shades of Grey now. As we found out in the quiz last week.
God, that was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got Winslow. He says, I was surprised I didn't love Malcolm and Marie. To be honest, though it's normally the type of film I'd love, but I didn't think it was that great. Yeah, sometimes that happens with me when I see a film and I think this looks great. I'm going into the film wanting to like it, and I come out really disappointed.
Been a few films like that, hasn't it?
Yeah. Film Flick says, I'm thinking of cutting back streams after last night's event. Yeah. Film Flick, Josh, I do believe you, Jake, Walter was involved with this. Archie, Film Geek 13, and Alex did, they all stayed up doing this massive stream. It was on YouTube, then it went over to Instagram, went really well early into the morning, I believe, which was really impressive. And of course, I wasn't there because I would not be awake at that time.
I heard Alex talking about it.
Yeah. And Walter says, also saw you moved Midsummer up to your #1 favorite on Letterboxd. Nice move. I respect it.
I noticed this. I think it was in your top 4, is it?
Yeah. Well, it isn't my #1 favorite film of all time. I don't have a #1 favorite film of all time, but I do like to mix up my top 4 favorites on Letterboxd. I did like the 4 I had for a very long time. I chose Goodfellas, 8.5, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Those were my top 4 for a very long time, and I kept on moving them about because I'm a Patreon member, and you get a really nice banner on your profile for the film that's in the #1 spot. And so I want my different favorite films to have a chance of being on the banner. And so I was thinking about Midsummer today, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put it up on #1 just for that nice banner.
It's a great film. I love that film.
Yeah, I love it. And Tom says, I'm subscribed to you as well now, Luke. Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you. Really
Tom's a great guy. He showed me a lot of support. I mean, I think I got subscriber mail once, and it was off Tom. So yeah,
that's great. Yeah. Anyway, Winslow says, Sam Levinson, the director, also created Euphoria. You should check it out. Also starring Zendaya. Yeah, I've heard of Euphoria. Apparently, I might watch it at some point. It's a show. It's meant to be really good. Looks quite intense. Looks like the filmmaking is really good in the show. We'll see. I'm in the middle of watching Breaking Bad at the moment. Have you seen Breaking Bad, Jordan?
Yeah, I have seen it. I don't love it as much as a lot of people, but I do think it's a very, very strong show. But I wouldn't put it in my top 5 or anything, but it is a really good show. Are you enjoying it?
Well, I haven't finished season 1 yet, and that's only because films are quite my big priority. But I think I've seen 4 episodes, which is quite bad. But I really want to get into it. But season 1 isn't that long, I believe, so I shouldn't have much problem finishing season 1. But so far, so good. It's been really good.
the final season has got some of the most tense moments I've ever
Yeah.
seen on TV.
I'm
to be
really
honest.
looking forward to getting in the thick of it, getting with the characters and stuff like that.
Jesse's a great character. He's my favourite, to be honest. But
Mm.
it's a good show. It's a really good show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think there's some shows out there that really don't get talked about that are probably a little bit better than that. Like, for me, I think Fargo is a better show.
That's another one that I haven't seen.
It's more it's like in the same vein, like drama and crime and stuff. But I think that's better, and it doesn't get talked about as much. So that's just me, though.
I mean, when it was in November, when I was watching Fincher movies leading up to Mank, I actually watched Mindhunter, the whole show of Mindhunter, and that was excellent. I loved Mindhunter. I really hope it gets that third season. If anyone hasn't seen Mindhunter, coming from a guy who very much prioritizes films over anything, I definitely binged through that show. It is really, really well directed, really unsettling, really disturbing, but so investing. Have you seen Mindhunter, Jordan?
No. I wanted to when it first come out, but I just haven't got around to it for some reason. I'm like you. I'm more of a film person. So, so.
Anyway, we've got Alex. He says, "Thank you both for taking part in the quiz. You both did great. No problem, Alex. And you did mention in your stream yesterday that the plan is that you're going to do 2 more quizzes, and the 3 winners from the 3 quizzes you've done will then go into the 4th quiz, and it'll be the 3 winners going against each other, which is a good idea, actually. I will look forward to who I'll be up against." And Film Flick says, "Euphoria is a favorite of mine."
I've never seen it, to be honest.
Yeah. It is meant to be quite good. Jake says, "Glad you liked the idea I posed to Alex last night, Lucas. Should be fun to see who wins the next one." Yeah, it really should. I'll definitely be watching because it was really fun being on the stream. And then when it ended, I actually went and watched it. And it was even, it was really fun then watching it back. So, yeah.
Me and my fiance are going to play along to the next one, I think.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely be tuning in for the next quiz. D. Hollyoak says, "We hitting record views." Maybe we might be up there. I think my record views, this is a bit of an anomaly here, was about 80. And this was only because this wasn't actually people subscribed to the channel. My live stream got bombarded with trolls from Reddit. So I was just finishing up the live stream. Then all of a sudden my viewers go from about 20 to 40 to 50, and they just keep on climbing. I'm freaking out. I'm going, what's going on here? What's going on? Has my channel blown up? Like, what is going on? This is so weird. And then the comments are just being bombarded with really weird and actually quite offensive comments. But luckily that occurred when I was wrapping up the stream. So yeah.
That's a weird one, that. Did someone just share your link on Reddit or something?
Sorry, Jordan?
Did someone just share your link on Reddit or something?
Yeah, I was talking to Film Geek 13 afterwards, and he said that that's what some people do. They just, anyone who's live on YouTube, they get a link, put it on like a subreddit, and there's kind of a command word. They all go onto the stream and just type the same word in. So I had a trend of people just putting in a number. Then people were telling me to review The Never-Ending Story. That was a big trend. Then there was lots of really horrible racist comments actually in there. Because, there's trolls on Reddit. They're just horrible people.
I couldn't imagine coming home from work and just being my sort of thing.
It's just really weird. But in terms of normal record views, probably the live stream I did with Movie Bug, that was like 3 months ago, maybe 4 months, but actually quite a while ago now. Now that I come to think of it, that was around 35, maybe even 40 views at one point, but it was definitely around the 30 mark. And we are full on the 30 mark today. So maybe it is you, Jordan. Maybe you are getting Movie Bug type views. So that is great.
Yeah. I don't think I'm quite that popular, but it's good to know. It's good to know there's a lot of people watching.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you, everyone. Hello. I hope everyone's doing okay.
What, Lucas, it could be you, mate. It could be your channel.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
Anyway, Marcus says, thoughts on Star coming to Disney Plus? I am really excited for Star to come to Disney Plus. The day it hits, I'll be definitely spending a couple of days on Disney Plus going through the new content. There's some really great films on there. There's going to be some Coen Brothers films on there. There's going to be the Planet of the Apes films on there. I'm really happy we're getting this in the UK. Really excited for it.
Yeah, 23rd, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, 23rd.
I think in about a year or two's time, like Disney Plus is going to be the biggest streaming service because just the amount of stuff that coming. Yeah,
because apparently we're getting on that day around about 300 new movies and shows on there combined. But apparently over the course of a year, it will build up to over 1,000 new movies. So again, more the merrier. I cannot wait to check out all these new films.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, and Precut Film says, I'm here for the Filmmaker. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
That makes me feel better now because I was thinking, oh, you must think, says, oh, you know who I am.
Questions and comments in the chat, guys. I think they have now, Ollie. I think we are definitely racking up comments. Wow, we are. Anyway, Jake says, mine and Filmflix Live last night went off the rails. Went a fake Rihanna account come into the live pranking us and not saying who they were. It freaked us both out. That must have been quite freaky. And Rihanna's apologizing. Is this? I don't understand now because this is the real Rihanna, I believe. You're okay. Well, let's move on. Walter is here. He says, just sub to you, Jordan. That's really great news.
Thank you very much, Walter. Thank you.
And by the way, I think I should just mention this to everyone watching. I think it's at, what is it, 8:15?
Yeah.
Jordan has got to depart the stream. You can't stay the whole way through.
I'm gutted, to be honest, because I'm really enjoying it. But
no, it is. I'm glad you could be here, though. It's really, really good. Tom says, what's your favourite film set in a snowy setting that is not about Christmas? I'd go with either The Hateful Eight or maybe these are just the films that I can think of. I really like McGabe and Mrs. Miller, but not the entire of that film is set in snow. And that's not a favourite of mine. I'll give it like a 3.8, but it's still a great film. What about you, Jordan?
Brings me back to what I said before, but the actual movie version of Fargo is definitely my favourite.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, forgot about that. No, yeah.
One of my favourite films of all time.
Patel says, any underrated films you could recommend? I'll let you go first, Jordan, if you've got any on the top of your head. It's quite hard to. I mean,
well,
I'll go to my answer that I gave in Movie Bug's big collaboration video. If you don't know Battelle, I was in a collaboration video with loads of other great YouTubers giving their underrated movies, and I chose the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. It's a fantastic Western starring Brad Pitt. Do you have an answer, Jordan?
I think you know what I'm going to pick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I know.
Yeah, I'd go with Frailty because I just think it doesn't get talked about enough, and it's a great thriller movie. Dead Man Fuse is another one, but I think that is more of a top tier film. That is like Frailty is a good film, but this is one of the best I've seen, which is Dead Man Fuse. It's a British movie, and the one that never gets talked about is a true story based on a murder that happened in America, and it's called Bully. It's called Bully. This one.
I actually haven't heard of that.
Yeah, Brad Renfro's in it, who sadly died. But it's about a bunch of teenagers who are going to sort of kill this guy because he's bullying them all, basically.
Yeah.
It's a true story. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually quite interesting. I might have to look into that. And another film that came to mind was, I've just forgotten it now. I've just forgotten it. I just thought of a really good underrated film that not many people talk about. I can't believe I've just forgotten that, but I've given you an answer, Battelle. Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Really, and by the way, the cinematography is outstanding. So good. Oh, and Film Flick just says I prefer. Oh, I thought he was talking about Assassination of Robert Ford then, but he just says Assassination Nation by Sam Levinson. I'm going to check that out because that has got a very, very similar ratings chart thing, kind of ratings overview to Malcolm and Marie, where it seems that loads of people really like the film and others really don't like it. So it's on Netflix. I'm going to give it a shot.
I've never seen it, to be honest.
Yeah, we've got Winslow says, for me, with Malcolm and Marie, I was watching acting instead of watching the people they are portraying. That's an interesting take a bit, Winslow.
I think I know what he's saying.
Tom Grove. Hello, Tom Grove. Hello, Tom. How are you? Walter says, wasn't maybe you mean sure about to mention something, but decided not to keep it quiet, even though you posted on Insta. Don't know what you mean by that, Walter. Posted it on Insta. Oh, I think I know what you're on about. I think I know what you're on about now. I know what you're on about. You can announce it if you want to, Walter. That's your. I don't mind. You can do it if you want to. Dan says, I got done with Ridley Scott filmography. Gladiator came out on top, with Matchstick Men being the biggest surprise and Prometheus, unfortunately, the biggest letdown. Do you have anything to add to that movie, Worm?
I'd say Alien is my favourite by Ridley Scott, but
yeah,
I haven't seen Gladiator in a very long time, to be honest. It's been a long while.
Yeah, it's a good idea to go through a filmmaker's filmography. I haven't actually heard of Matchstick Men until Dan logged it on Letterboxd, and he really enjoys it. I'll definitely be checking them out. George
Clooney in that one, I think.
I'm not sure.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I agree with Prometheus. I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that film again. I've only seen it the once, and
I heard it is better on rewatch, isn't it? To be honest, but
yeah, I mean, I watched it with my friend, and that was about maybe 4 years ago. We were just laughing the whole way through because of how stupid the characters were, and that guy with the snake thing, whatever that creature was, because we didn't like that character anyway, so we just had a good time with it. Anyway, film reviewer Alex says, have you watched Ready or Not? Would that be the, what's her name, Samara Weaving?
Samara Weaving, yeah.
Yeah, where she goes rich family and they play like a game.
Like hide and seek, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen that film. I thought it was good fun, nothing more. What about you, Jordan?
It's sort of my type of movie, to be honest. I love films like that, but I had a good time with it. But it's like a 7 or 8 out of 10 for me. It's not like, it's not amazing, but it's good fun. That's what it is.
Yeah, I completely agree. And Alex says, I can't believe some of us stayed up until 2 a.m. on that live stream. That is insane, Alex. Wow. And Archie follows up by saying, neither can I, Alex, even though I dipped out a little early. Yeah, I mean, I'd be gone by 11 o'clock, maybe 12. Unless I'm watching, if I'm doing like a movie marathon, then I'd stay up until that time. But staying up in bed on my phone or with the iPad doing comments would be tiresome. Winslow says, felt all of the John Davids shouting very fake and lots of swearing in the dialogue, trying to add emotion, but felt flat and unnatural. I agree with the bit about swearing. There was just, I don't mind it in films, like Scorsese films, Goodfellas, Casino, Wolf of Wall Street. There's so much of it, but it's natural and I don't mind it. But in Malcolm and Marie, I was actively aware that they were doing it and it was getting on my nerves. It was just like, come on, guys, can we just, adding in an F-bomb isn't going to make it more powerful for me.
Yeah, it's got to fit, hasn't it? It's got to fit the dialogue of what the two characters are talking about and stuff. And sometimes it just felt a little bit out of place.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, Archie says, sorry about the messy stream thing that happened earlier, Lucas. Tried to do a little pre-stream, but then internet decided to die on me loads. Yeah, I saw Archie was trying to get up a Instagram live stream. And I joined just to see, say hello to him before the stream. And it was, I didn't know what was going on. I don't know if is this me, but it kept on like just saying the stream was paused. But I'm glad you could clear it up for us, Archie. Brian says, all day I was playing Watch Dogs, Marvel Avengers, and watching Michael what is he? Sivanek TikTok. Okay. I hope you had fun, Rehan. I don't even have the app of TikTok.
Me neither.
No, and I've never played any of those games. But as long as you had fun, there, yeah. Walter says, why do some people have a spanner next to their name? Oh, they are moderators, Walter. Yeah, oh yeah, FilmFlick just said, yeah, the admins, so they have the powers basically to put someone in timeout or permanently block them. Because Ollie is a personal friend of mine, and I gave the moderating thing to Archie when we had a few trolls on when I was with Alex, just so I can be getting on with the stream, and when I see someone is causing trouble, I can just say, can you put them in a timeout? Can you block them, please, once I've warned them? So yeah. Because I did have a few moderators, but they stopped watching the streams, which is fine. They don't have to watch every stream, but it's just better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think some people have just been clearing that up. For Walter. Also, have you explored the new Arrow Player service yet? Subscribed to it earlier this week, and it's so good. Perfect layout and a great section of cult, horror, and foreign films. Best service out there. I just heard about this today on the Facebook, that might have been Big Paulie or the Movie Bug Facebook group, and it looks great. But don't Arrow already have a streaming service? I think they do.
I think you can go into like the Arrow channels on Amazon and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah,
that's the first I've heard about this one.
Yeah, no, I subscribed to this Arrow streaming service in October through an add-on on Apple TV. I just had it for the month of October because Arrow got loads of horror movies on there, so I had a great time with horror films.
Yeah,
which was really good. So yeah, but I don't know if it's any different. I don't know if they've just created an app for it now. I didn't know if it was kind of on a website only or an add-on through Apple TV or Amazon. So I'll see. But it does look good. I've downloaded the app actually, but depends how much money it is. I don't want to be spending loads of money. I've already subscribed to something this month for a whole year, which is quite a bit of money. I don't want to get in, because I would explain and elaborate, but we've got so many comments that I don't know if we've got time, because I really want to get through all these, because I know Jordan can't be here forever. Anyway, Back to the Future Boy says, hi Lucas, sorry about if I was being rude about Kill Bill Volume 2. It's my opinion, but some bits are boring to me, and I do love Kill Bill. It's great, awesome. I think Jordan review Rise of Foot Soldier. What?
I have reviewed Rise of the Foot Soldier.
I think he's just saying that you reviewed it.
Yeah.
But that's no problem. If anyone's wondering why Back to the Future Boy is saying this, it's because he said that Kill Bill Volume 2 was just boring, and I replied to his comment on Film Geek 13's video saying, why do you think it's boring? I think it's really, really good. We had a bit of a discussion about it, and it ended, and then Back to the Future Boy, you decided to continue the conversation replying to a comment Movie Bug commented on one of my videos. I didn't really understand why you did that, because I didn't reply to you. The conversation was over. So that's why I commented you back saying, listen, you didn't have to do that. The conversation was over. Anyway, now everybody knows. Anyway, Grace Hutchins says, it was me in the massive stream. Okay. All righty. I don't know what you mean by that, Grace. Sam says, good evening, guys. Have either of you had snow in your area? I've had snow ever since Monday, I think. Lots of snow. Really. In fact, have you not had any snow, Jordan?
Only a little bit, but it's very, very mild.
Yeah, I mean, the weather, the past 2 days have been really, really weird. Today and yesterday, it's really sunny. Then the sun goes away and it completely comes down with snow, complete, like almost blizzard-like. Then the sun comes out, it stops snowing, then it's sunny, then the sun goes back away, then it goes. It's just been a complete cycle for 2 days. It's been so weird.
That sounds like you live in England. Just the weather doesn't know what to do with it. So,
Rian says, what is Movie Worm's favourite video from me?
to be honest, Rian, I haven't been over there for a while. I'll have to get over there and check your channel out. Sorry, my friend, but I am subscribed. Yeah, I subscribed quite a while ago, I think.
Rihan, can I just say, if you're still watching, can you please stop asking my guests if they've watched your channel and things, because I don't mind people plugging their channel in my live streams because we all want to support each other. But when you do it every single live stream, it isn't that great. So if you do it again, I'll have to put you in a timeout. It's just, yeah, well, the moderator will do that. Yeah. Walter Robinson says Breaking Bad is one of the few shows that gets better every season. Final season is the best. Well, Alex did hype it up for me when I mentioned it in one of his streams. I just hear nothing but good things about Breaking Bad. I can't wait to get into the thick of it, watching all the seasons. Yeah, really excited to do that.
Sorry, Lucas, I thought you'd finished.
No, I finished.
I was just going to say I agree with him. It gets better as it goes on.
Yeah. So I'm just taking another drink.
No worries.
Some
people who've watched that show about 5 times, isn't it, all the way through, and watched it repetitively. Like my friends watched it like 3 times. He said.
Really, I don't think I've ever rewatched a show.
Me neither.
I mean, I don't mind watching a bit of The Simpsons, which I've seen so many episodes of. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind if it's an episode I've seen or haven't seen. I don't mind doing that, but I probably will rewatch Stranger Things when the new season comes out, because I love Stranger Things. Love Stranger Things. Anyway, we've got Sneer Watcher says, Malcolm and Marie, the only Malcolm you need, Malcolm in the Middle. Is that a film? Malcolm?
No, that's a show from early 2000s, I think. It used to be on Sky One. Yeah,
I've never actually heard of that show.
No, I've never watched it, but yeah, a lot of my friends have.
And we've got Luke says, Josh, mate, did you continue to stream on Instagram, mate? You still haven't given me your name on Messenger so I can follow you. Oh, this is just I guess this doesn't concern me. Rehan said he'll stop. Good. Here we are. Patel says, my favorite show is South Park. It is hilarious and does an amazing job making social commentary. I haven't seen South Park. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Don't think I ever will, actually. How about you, Jordan?
I love it, mate. I go into phases with South Park. Like, I'll watch a few and then not watch it for months, and then I'll watch a few more. But what I like about South Park, they make the episode up that week. So whatever's happening in the world that week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's quite great.
I didn't know about that, yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious, to be honest.
We've got Danny says, I've had an Arrow Academy Woody Allen box set sat on my shelf, and I've seen very few of them, so I'm going to start Woody Allen Wednesday. Thoughts on Woody Allen? Well, great idea, by the way, D. Hollyoak, to kind of continue watching films through your collection, Woody Allen Wednesday. That's good. Thoughts on Woody Allen? I've only seen a few of his films, and that aren't his most popular. I've seen one with From Rome with Love, and a few others that I can't remember. Midnight Paris. I think Midnight in Paris, yeah. Seen that one. I haven't seen his big ones. That one Best Picture with, what's the name? Diane Keaton. I don't know if you're asking me my thoughts on him as a director or as a person, because apparently he's not that good of a person, but I think he's an okay director. Romantic comedies aren't my thing, but he seems to have quite a quirky, unique style. What about you, Jordan?
I've never really seen any of his films, to be honest, but one of my YouTuber friends, Mondo Chelibet, his name was talking about the movie. I think it was with him, or it might have been someone else. Sorry, I think he was talking about the film Manhattan.
Yeah, that's Woody Allen. Yeah.
Yeah, I did want to see that when he described it, but I haven't gone into it around then.
Yeah, I mean, he's meant to have some really great films. Like I said, one of them won Best Picture, and I will definitely watch his kind of big films that he made in the 70s, where he kind of made a splash with his unique romantic comedy style, but he's not a director at the top of the list. Back to the Future Boy says, do you guys think No Country for Old Men is a revenge film? Because I don't think so. So what do you guys think about that? I've only seen the film twice. Jordan, do you have any better recollection of the film than me? Is it?
I've seen it twice, but I don't know if it's a revenge film. I can't really quite remember it. I just remember a guy being on the run from the other one, from Javier Bardem.
I don't think anyone thinks that's a revenge film, because nobody's getting revenge. I think he finds the money and then he's being tracked down by Javier Bardem's character. That's the story of the film. Yeah. I don't think anyone's getting revenge on anyone there. Back to the Future Boy. I've never heard it being called a revenge film. And when I watch it, I don't think this is a revenge film. It's going to be so good. Like Kill Bill is obviously a revenge film because we see that, but there's nothing there. So yeah, I don't think it is. Precut Film says, what are your thoughts about Uncharted series if you've played? Haven't played any of the games. No. How about you, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of them. I'm a bit of a gamer, me, so I'm really looking forward to the film as well because of the games.
I'll definitely watch the film, but I don't know about playing the games.
Yeah, they're good. They're good adventure games. I really like them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if I was really into gaming and had the time for gaming, I'd probably go and play one of the games.
Yeah.
Luke says, so guys, what is your most favorite loved horror movie franchise of all time? You both own on Blu-ray or for late me? I think you mean let me know, guys. 4-ish? 4K, do you mean?
Or 4Ks, I think he means, yeah.
I don't know, but I don't own my favorite horror franchise on Blu-ray, I don't think. And I probably favorite horror franchise. I mean, I'm sure I'll give this one to Jordan first because I know he's quite big into horror.
Probably this.
Let's see it. Oh, The Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a good one. I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, I've just loved them since I was a kid, and I rewatched them about 2 years ago with my fiance, and we just had a really good time with them. There's only really one terrible film in there, but all the rest are watchable, to be honest.
I mean, I really want to pick up the new Nightmare on Elm Street box set that HMV dropped last October. I really want to get that.
Yeah, another great franchise is Child's Play. To be honest, I mean, there's not really
I haven't seen any of the Child's Play films.
Oh, they're great, Lucas. They're just such good fun, really. Especially the second
I will definitely be checking them out. And I haven't seen any of the Saw films either.
Yeah,
that's quite
big. I don't love Saw as much as them, but they're okay. The first Saw film is half genius, to be honest. I'd highly advise you watch that.
I'd probably go with Halloween, even though I haven't seen any of the sequels to Halloween other than Halloween the original, the John Carpenter one, and the 2018 one. They're the only ones I've seen, but I just really, really love Halloween, and I really want them to bring out a Halloween box set. When is it coming? Because when they do, I will get that. I really want to watch them.
They're not very kind with UK releases on horror movies.
And Scream. I love Scream. I've seen Scream 1 and Scream 2.
Yeah.
Need to watch the 2.
Scream 4 is quite a good film as well.
Yeah. Alex says, I'm doing a tier ranking of Kubrick's films on my channel in a few weeks. I just need to finish his filmography. Alex, I cannot wait for that. You know, I love Kubrick, favorite director of all time for me. So I will definitely be watching that, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of his filmography, because he has some absolutely brilliant masterpieces that you have got left to watch, like Barry Lyndon. I don't know if you've seen A Clockwork Orange. That is so good, and I know Film Geek 13 can vouch for me. How about you, Jordan, though? Are you familiar with Kubrick's filmography? Have you seen some of his films?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of them, but there's one I want to check out, which is Barry Lyndon, because so many people lately are talking about it being a great film for some reason. I think it might have been that Elliot Cohen said it was his favourite film.
Yeah,
people have jumped on that now.
Film of all time.
Yeah, but I'd say my favourite's probably, I really like Clockwork Orange. I do. I think.
Yeah, I also really love that. But for me, 2001 is his best film. Second would be Barry Lyndon. It blows me away every time I watch it. Yeah, I could talk about that film for a long time.
I'm gonna have to get a hold of it on Blu-ray, I think.
There's a premium Blu-ray of it. Jordan, you'd have to pick that one up. Rihan says, my movie is almost finished filming. Well done, Rihan. I'm very intrigued to see how that turns out. Good luck. Jamie Smith. Hello, Jamie. How are you? He says, hello, you guys. Midsommar is 100% masterpiece. It was my second favorite film of 2019. One of my favorite films. I could not agree more with you, Jamie. I love Midsommar. And what's your opinion on Midsommar, Jordan? I think you really like that film.
I've seen it once, and I just loved it. I thought it was a really solid 9 out of 10 at least. But I do prefer Hereditary. But the filmmaking of Midsommar, the way it looks and everything, is better. but I just love the way Hereditary unfolded. But Midsummer is brilliant. I really liked it.
I mean, I remember the first time I watched Midsummer. By the credits, I was just speechless. I love Ari Aster. I know he's only made 2 films, but he's already one of my favorite directors. Both Hereditary and Midsummer, I would award a 5 out of 5. I've seen them so many times. Both films I was speechless at the end of. I think he's just so good, so smart, so clever, so disturbing in the subject matter, so well made in the filmmaking. I cannot wait to watch his next film.
Doesn't rely on jump scares either. He uses
and there
are
a few because I remember there's one in Midsummer, and it made me jump so much that I dropped my controller because I was watching it on my Xbox. I dropped the controller, and then the movie was fast forwarding, I think, because it made me jump so much. I was like, what's going on? There's some great scares in Hereditary as well. And all says, yes, Dead Man's Shoes is in my top 10 films of all time. So good. Showed it to my dad the other day, and he agreed. Just brilliant. I need to check out Dead Man's Shoes desperately.
I think they made the film for less than £1 million. I think it was like 900,000, and it's absolutely brilliant, mate. Honestly,
I think it was on all 4, but I have a problem with all 4 because they show adverts when the film had previously, and that just annoys me slightly. Like, I watched Trainspotting for the first time last month. I watched it on all 4. I had to watch it with adverts. It kind of broke up the film for me.
Yeah.
Back to the Future Boy says, do you guys like Dusk Till Dawn, Sin City, and Green Street? Well, you ask these questions pretty much every stream, Back to the Future Boy. I haven't seen Green Street yet. I haven't seen Sin City yet. I haven't seen Dusk Till Dawn yet. How about you, Jordan?
Yeah, I love From Dusk Till Dawn. I think it's brilliant. Sin City, one of my favourites from the late 2010s. I think it's fantastic. Green Street, it's okay. The acting, when you look back at it now, is really dated. Charlie Hummel's in there. Charlie Hummel, is it? From The Gentleman, is it?
It might be Hunman, I think.
Yeah, Hunman, I think it is. Yeah, sorry. He is acting in that. It's really bad, but he's great in The Gentleman. So, and I haven't seen Midnight Meat Train, to be honest.
No, Midnight Meat Train. I don't think I've even heard of that. No, but the ones that I would like to watch would be Sin City and Dusk Till Dawn. The other 2 I might watch one day, but they're not kind of films that I'm genuinely interested to watch. Alex says, only 19 more subs until you hit 1K, my friend. Everyone subscribe to Luke. Thank you. Yes, I can't believe it. 19 subscribers. That's crazy. And in April, I would have been doing YouTube as the filmmaker for 4 years, which is just crazy. How I took off when the first lockdown began in last year. That's when I really started to kind of dedicate it and stick to a schedule, do weekly uploads. And I really wanted to hit 500 subscribers. That was my big goal. And that's crazy. Wow.
I remember making a competition entry for your 500 subscriber video.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't remember when I hit that. It was sometime in June or July.
Yeah, I think I subscribed to you when you were on about 400 or something, because I think you come to my channel first, and you have half grew, so well done.
Yeah, thank you, Jordan. Rian says, who hyped for my movie? It doesn't. I'm just looking. Doesn't seem anyone's putting any comments, Rihan, except for Cine Watcher then. Cine Watcher seems intrigued. He's asking questions. He's saying, is it sad or happy story? Am I personally hyped for it? I'll have to see a trailer first, Rihan. Then I might get me interested. Tom says, Jordan leaving at 8:15 to watch Everton smash up. Come on, the Toffees. This is football talk here. I don't really know.
Yeah, I didn't really want to say it's because of that, but I do videos for football channel, which requires me to actually watch the match as well, because I need to put the details across. So I've got to go. So yeah.
I mean, I completely understand. As long as we can get you on, because I know I've been trying to arrange this for a while now, when the matches came on and things. But as long as we can get you on for longer than an hour, that's still really good. Walter Robinson says, tonight's film, Edge of 17. If you've seen it, thoughts? I really, really enjoy Edge of 17. It is the one with Haley Steinfeld in, right? Edge of 17? I think it is, and Woody Harrelson. Yeah, the coming of age movie. No, I really do like that. Yeah. We've got Trask. Yeah, Trask Gaming. What do you think about Wonder Woman? If you're talking about the Wonder Woman film from 2017, I think it's just an okay film. It's just okay. How about you, Jordan?
Yeah, I liked the one from 2017, was it? Or 16?
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was a big surprise because DC just weren't really matching Marvel, and then I thought it was great. But I couldn't say the same about for Wonder Woman 84. It was all over the place, that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the opposite for me because I enjoy Wonder Woman 1984. I thought that was just, I had a good time with it. I can identify all the flaws. I think this is quite similar to what Alex was saying, how he really likes Rise of Skywalker. It's really entertaining for him. But when people go up to him and say, Rise of Skywalker is absolutely terrible, here's the reasons why, he's like, yeah, I completely agree with you, but I still find it really entertaining. And it's similar to me with that. I get it. The script is really poor. Plot holes everywhere. I get it, but I thought it was quite fun.
I didn't dislike it. I thought I had fun with it. I just, I don't know. It did drag a little bit.
It also helped that I did watch it in the cinema, which was nice as well. Going back to the cinema, watching a new big blockbuster experience in 2020 was a rarity. So maybe that's another reason why I enjoyed it a little bit more than most people. Darius says, Movie Worm, what is the best film you own, whether it's in terms of value or personal?
Well, I'd have to go with my favourite film of all time, and that is probably The Godfather.
That's a good one.
Yeah, if you want me to go with valuable, I'm not really one of them who goes for like big collector's editions and stuff. But I've got a digibook of The Hitcher, which I think it's about £40 on Amazon. I've got that because that hasn't been released in the UK for some reason. And I've also got some Arrow titles, the old window slipcases from when they first started releasing Blu-rays.
Wow, they must be really rare. They must be.
They go for like £50 on CEX.
No, that'd be just really cool though to see them. That's really good.
If you want me to get one down, I'll get one down.
No, it's okay. But no, it's really cool though. Tom says Matchstick Men is class, Sam Rockwell and Nicolas Cage. Have you seen that one, Jordan?
No. I think I said George Clooney in that. I must have been thinking of something else.
No, I haven't seen that one either, unfortunately. Luke says, I'll be watching your review on Bliss, mate, after this. That movie was so weird, right?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No, it's just kind of slipped under the radar. I heard about it through your review, Jordan.
Yeah. I think the director, he's got the right ambition to do the film, but he just doesn't execute it very well. A perfect example I'd give is when David Lynch makes a film, sometimes I'm a little lost in what's going on, but I'm always engaged at what's going on. But here, I just was lost really quick and I just didn't really care, to be honest.
Sounds interesting, but sounds bad as well. It sounds not too good from what I've heard.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It's probably the worst film I've watched this year, to be honest. So.
Oh, yeah. I might give that one a miss. Anyway, Walter says, I'm not going to mention it. It's yours. It doesn't feel right. Me doing it. Just very excited. That is about the little announcement. I guess I could say it here. I mean, I guess I could say, yeah. My new film coming out soon. Soon. I don't know when. But all I can say is soon. Melancholy Man will have Walter in. Walter's in the film. But of course, we're in lockdown. So I'm not going to drive all the way to where Walter lives, and he's not going to do the same to shoot the film. He's going to be doing a voiceover role. It's going to be on a phone call conversation. Right. So it should be good. If you hear a familiar voice, it's Walter.
Are you going to put it on your YouTube channel? Or?
Yes, definitely, Jordan. I'll be because it's part of a 2-film anthology series. Right. So one week I'm going to release a film on Friday, and then the next week I'll release the next film. And when I put out the trailer for it, both films will be included within that trailer. So I'm just going to look at my calendar here. I'm looking at releasing the first one, Pultritudinous, on the 26th of February. So the final Friday of this month. And then the next one.
Look out for it, mate. Should be good.
Thank you. DLO Dan says, have you seen any Scorsese religious films? Last Temptation of Christ, Kundun, and Silence. I've only seen Silence. And you know, I love Scorsese. Those two films are high on the list to watch. I've seen Silence, and I thought Silence was brilliant. Really love Silence. How about you, Jordan?
No, I've never seen any of them, to be honest. I've seen a lot of his films, but not them ones.
They are good, but they're very different because he's such a versatile director.
Is he like a religious man? Is he?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Religion is quite a big theme, and even in his gangster films like Mean Streets, religion is quite a big thing. But I think he trained as a priest. I think he was training to be a priest at some point in his life. But yeah, where are we with the comments? Film Flick says, I watched part of Possessor today, and I bought it on Blu-ray, and it was very graphic but intriguing. That is a film that I would really like to watch. It's quite high on the list for me. Have you seen it, Jordan?
No, but I love the concept of it. Sounds great. I definitely want to check it out. So I've heard a few people say it's good. Like,
no, yeah, I definitely want to check out Possessed. It looks very interesting.
Yeah.
Then we've got Al Mbix says, apart from McGabe, Robert Altman has a couple of underrated gems which are adapted from plays. Where we have Streamers and Fool for Love. I haven't seen any of those ones. Albic. Yeah, but I would like to. I do like Robert Altman. Kind of. I mean, Nashville wasn't my thing. McGibb and Mrs. Miller I enjoyed, but it's still a mix of Nashville because Nashville doesn't have much of a plot. It's just kind of characters hanging out, and it's very long, and it's kind of country music. Yeah. McGabe has a bit more of a story, not much. And I've seen The Long Goodbye. I really like The Long Goodbye a lot. That's got more of a plot to it. It's for film noir. It's a neo-noir film. I really like that. But funny enough, with that film, I would have preferred some of the scenes in that film to be like Nashville, where characters just sat talking. Because there's a really good bit where he's talking with a character and then it cuts away. And I wanted that scene to go on for longer. I really enjoyed the conversation they were having. So yeah, have you seen any Robert Altman films, Jordan?
I don't think so, Lucas. Not that from memory, mate.
Yeah, he's an interesting director. We've got Marcus says favorite musicals. I'd go with La La Land. If you're talking about movie musicals,
it's probably one of my least favorite genres, to be honest. But
yeah,
I love The Wizard of Oz. If that counts as a musical.
Well, I think so. Sorry, I'm just.
Willy Wonka as well, not the new one with Johnny Depp, the old one. There's quite a few songs in that.
Yeah.
I like musicals where there's a good story attached and stuff, but when there's, I don't know, like, what's that one called with Anna Kendrick in?
Pitch Perfect?
Yeah, I'm not into them ones, stuff like that.
And Rihanna just said that the movie is out next week. Well, when it comes out, Rihanna, I will give it a watch. I mean, they call me the filmmaker after all, so maybe I can give you a bit of feedback. See how it is. And let's have a look. Oh, typical Rawson, if you're still watching, Freddie. I don't know if you are because we've been going on for a really long time and we've got so many comments. Oh, wait. Yeah, you're here as well. Yeah, so that was 10 minutes ago that you put that comment, Freddie. So hopefully you're still watching. How are you, Freddie? I haven't spoken to you in ages. Hello. Grace says, Archie, I said I was in the stream, but I wasn't the fake Rehan. Oh, I think, Grace, you worded it. The way you worded it made it sound like you were owning up to being fake Rehan. Yeah. Also is going to watch a few Lars von Trier films next week. Began with Anarchist today. It was certainly a statement. I've only seen one Von Trier film, that being Dogville, which was really interesting, and a film that I did watch, and I didn't really see myself revisiting it, but it's so interesting, and the narrative is it's just really unique, and I've never seen anything like it before. that I really want to go back and rewatch it. And I don't really want to describe it to anyone, but as soon as the film starts, you're going to understand how stylistic it is in the execution of the story, the lack of certain things in the film. It's quite Brechtian in a way. It's, yeah, very, very interesting. I'd recommend it, definitely. Have you seen any Lars von Trier films, Jordan?
I don't think so, Lucas. I can't recall.
He did. His most recent one was The House That Jack Built, I think.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Like a horror movie, is it? Is that one?
I think it's gonna be. I think it's a very graphic thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen any, but I'd have to check, to be honest.
No, I'd like to watch more of his work. Jake says, for me, Breaking Bad is like Mission Impossible. Every season gets better. Like Mission Impossible, the films get better as they go. I kind of agree with you, other than, are you really saying Mission Impossible 2 is better than Mission Impossible? Because I would definitely disagree with that. The original Mission Impossible, I really like. What about you, Jordan?
I actually like Mission Impossible 2 better than this. I've watched the first twice, and there's just something about it I don't like. I don't know what it is. It's just but now I'm a bit older, I probably appreciate it a bit more. But
yeah, I mean, I liked Brian De Palma as a director, and yeah, the first one just is so tight, and it's so like it's set. It had the music in. It's got the iconic bit where he's hanging from the wire, doing the thing. I know. I really like the first Mission Impossible. Not a big fan of the second one.
To be honest, I think my favourite one is the fifth, Rogue Nation. That and Fallout were very close for me.
But Fallout was definitely my number one.
Yeah, I loved Rogue Nation, to be honest. The water tank scene, I just thought that was amazing. Really tense.
That is quite tense. And we have Filmgeek 13 Archie saying, Jordan, glad to hear some love for the Fargo TV show. Finished season 1 recently and absolutely loved it.
Good to hear. It's great. I just advise everyone to watch it. It's so good.
I will have to check it out.
Yeah.
Eventually, if I ever get to check it out. We'll see. Anyway, Filmflick says, what is your favorite movie commentary? Mine is The New Lion King, just because it's funny listening to Jon Favreau tumble throughout, lol. Unfortunately, I've only seen one film with commentary on, and that would be 2001: A Space Odyssey. And I'm sure even if I had seen others, that would be number one, just because we have I can't remember the two actors' names because they're not that big, but those two, the main two actors of the film, they did the commentary, and it was really interesting just to hear how they did a few things, have some insight. But I definitely want to watch more films of commentary. And have you seen any films of a commentary, Jordan?
No, it's not something I really go to, but I've heard Goodfellas is a really good one because
that's one I've got to watch.
I think it's the actual Henry Hill who's.
That's even better. Will be even better though.
I think it is anyway. Don't quote me on that.
I'll have to check my 4K of that, see if it comes with it. Jake says, "What do you guys think will win Best Picture?" Well, we really would have to wait until we see the nominations. And then once we get the nominations, I'm sure I'm going to get a question on the live stream asking me, who do you think is going to win? And I'll just say this now. I'll tell you who I think should win. So a film that, I think is the better film out of the films in the nominations. But then I'll tell you who I think actually will win. But right now at this stage, I'm going to go with Nomadland. Haven't seen it, but it's just won so many awards. Nomadland is so high up on the list. I think at some point next week, I'm just going to be watching the big 2020 films that I haven't seen yet, like Minari, Nomadland, One Night in Miami, Promising Young Woman, all of those films, because they're so desperate and I've been waiting too long. So yeah. It's just had so many awards, and that's similar to Parasite as well. It just had so many awards. Do you have anything to say about that, Jordan?
Yeah, I don't know who's up for them. So
yeah,
but I've heard good things about Minari, Nomadland, and the other. I think there's one coming out with Anthony Hopkins called The Father.
Oh, that's another one that's high on my list. Really high on the list.
I've heard big things about that, so I've got a feeling that might be up there as well. Yeah, but but I couldn't really say who was going to win.
Exactly, yeah. But when the nominations come out and I'll be doing a live stream, definitely ask me about them. I'd love to have a discussion about it because I really do get into the Oscars. I really do like it. I've only watched it live once though. Unfortunately, I watched it live in 2019. No, not 29. The 2019 one. So 2018, I believe. Yeah, when Roma was up for Best Picture. I couldn't watch it last year because it was on a school night, and watching it live meaning I'd have to stay up. I think it begins at like 2 o'clock in the morning and finishes at 4 or 5 o'clock. And that was a school night. I couldn't do that. So, but I would love to have done that because Parasite won. And I did a video on that actually. Did a video on not Parasite winning. I recorded my live reactions to the films winning the different categories for the films released in 2018. The Oscars took place in 2019.
I would like to watch it this year. I'd like to watch it, like stay up and just take the day off work, maybe the next day, and just stay up and watch it.
I mean, it's really good, and it's the closest thing that me personally. I don't watch football. I'm not a football fan, but it's the closest thing I can get to watching a football match because I'm cheering along when a film wins an Oscar that I really wanted it to win. So it's really good fun. I really, really had a good time watching the Oscars live that one year. Leo says, hello, Lucas. Hope you're doing well. I am, Leo. Thank you for stopping by. Marcus says, do you like Johnny Depp? I do. Personally, I like him. I'm on Johnny Depp's team. If he's got a team, I don't know. I think he was in the right. I'm not team Amber Heard, if that's what you're trying to ask. And I think he's a pretty good actor as well. He's got some really good performances. How about you, Jordan? Do you disagree with me?
No, I really like Johnny Depp. I watched a film the other day called Black Mass, and he was like really scary as this character. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't, but I've kind of seen clips and things. I've seen the trailer. I know that he really does look different in that film. Like he's really watered down, and
he's quite terrifying, to be honest. I've never seen him in this type of role.
Like with the hair, with the face, it looks like it does look.
Yeah, I love the film Blow as well, which he's in. That's my favourite Johnny Depp film.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Jake says, I found the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie boring. Oh, he says he's apologising though to you, Jordan.
Well, to be honest, the first one isn't my favourite in the franchise. I'd put 2 more above that, to be honest. So yeah, it's not the one I rewatch.
The first one was okay. And talking about Johnny Depp, it's got a young Johnny Depp in.
Yeah, it has.
Also, I watched Hellraiser last week and can't wait to watch the rest of the series. Heard they're pretty good. That's another horror series I would like to watch as well. Don't you have the box set for that? Our video box set?
Yeah, I've got the Arrow box set. The first one is the best. 2 and 3 aren't bad. And then I've only seen part 4 as well years ago, which wasn't very good. And I've heard the rest are just like, they just made these movies that they made, and they just put Pinhead in at the end, which is the villain of the films.
Oh, I see.
Just to gain popularity. So basically, the scripts that was nothing to do with Hellraiser, but the movie studio.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So we'll throw Pinhead at the end, and he'll probably make more money.
Well, I will watch them eventually. Anyway, we've got Ellery Fiddler. Hello, Ellery.
I think Ellery's from my channel. I think.
Well, I'm glad you could stop by, Ellery. Jake says, I can't believe the first Saw film had such a low budget. What a horror masterpiece. That's quite the statement, Jake, calling that a masterpiece. So, I'll be watching it.
Best ending ever to a film.
I'll be watching it. I think it's on Amazon Prime, actually.
It's definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cine Watcher says, Back to the Future Boy reminds me of someone else in particular. I think he reminds me of someone as well, Cine Watcher. Back to the Future Boy says, sorry about that, Lucas. Just wanted to ask because I thought you might have watched Green Street or Sin City Bite. Well, if you've got Letterboxd, follow me on there and then you'll know if I've watched it or not. Grace says, thoughts on Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer? Haven't seen it, actually, Grace. I've seen the first Fantastic Four film. The one, not the Fantastic one, the other one. And I don't really have an opinion on that because I've seen ages ago. So, yeah. What about you, Jordan?
I own it on Blu-ray, but it's on me unwatched list, so I haven't got round to it yet.
All right. We've got Jake. He says, it's so amazing to see how far everyone has come in this small British Blu-ray community. Keep up the great work, guys. I completely agree, Jake. Okay. Sorry, a sibling has just come in. He's going to sleep now.
Don't worry, mate. It's fine.
Anyway, and I have to talk a little quieter, but Jake just say, I completely agree, Jake. Luke says, I have the HMV Nightmare on Elm Street. I also watched up to movie 5 so far, Jordan, mate. I have my thoughts posted up on Paulie's group page if you want to check out. Yeah, I'd like to get that set, Luke.
I'll have a look, Luke.
We have Joshua Boyd here. Says, assuming the Purge was a real event, would you go out and kill people or stay barricaded inside? Quite an interesting... this is going to show our true colours here, I think.
I would stay barricaded inside. I don't know about you, Lucas.
I'm with Jordan. If anyone tries to come in, I will use self-defense, and if they die, they die. They tried to kill me first.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I'm staying inside. Anyway, Joshua also says, what are your favourite horror films? I would go with the film that has been the most horror, as in the film that has scared me, disturbed me the most, would be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But my favourite horror film, it's classed as a horror film, but maybe didn't scare me or disturb me as much as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, would be The Hereditary or The Shining. I've got a list here, so if Jordan, if you want to take that question, I can expand upon it.
The scariest film I ever seen, especially at the time when it first came out, was The Blair Witch Project. But my favourite horror film is The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I just think it's absolutely amazing. Masterpiece movie.
I mean, I've got a list on Letterboxd here, the best horror movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is number 1 because it is the one that scared me the most. Number 2 is The Shining. Number 3, Midsommar. Number 4 is actually Nosferatu, the 1922 version, 1922 silent film. Such a good silent, so good. Really like that. So atmospheric. The visuals, really love Nosferatu.
It's at the top of me to watch list. I just never seen it, but I've really wanted to for a long time. And I watched a film not long ago called The Man Who Laughs, which is a silent film.
Oh yeah, I've got that. I've got the massive cinema Blu-ray of that one.
So it's made me want to watch a few more silent movies now, to be honest.
Yeah, the films, I really do enjoy them. I'm watching a lot of silent comedy shorts and stuff like that. Buster Keaton, and you get into Chaplin, but like I know people who classify these type of films like silent films and foreign films because they are different and it's just easier to classify them, which I get. But I always see a film is a film regardless of subtitles, regardless of it being black and white, silent, whatever. Anyway, Walter says, got to go for tea, mate, but I'll speak to you soon. No problem at all, Walter. Have a good tea. Enjoy it. Marcus says, favourite political films. Favorite political films. Do you have an immediate answer for that? It's always a hard question for me because I never have an answer off the top of my head to say, okay, here's a political film that I really enjoy.
I do want to see Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, but I've never actually watched that yet. But I can't think of political films off the top of my head, to be honest.
I can't either. I'd like to watch that one. I own that on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
God, let me just search up because I'm sure people are going to be putting in now. Just put lists on Letterboxd.
It's just a hard one to think of off the top of your head, isn't it?
Political films. I mean, Dr. Strangelove. That you could class that someone's classed that as a political film. I go for Dr. Strangelove. I really like that's really funny. Any others? Yeah, I'd probably go with that. I mean, Paths of Glory, another Kubrick film, does have a political edge to it, but it is a war film. It's an anti-war film. It isn't a straight-up political film with politicians in, stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, Movie Bug, how are you, Movie Bug? He says, sorry guys, I'm late, not a problem at all, James. I'm glad you could make it. Really, really glad to have you.
Hello, James.
Yeah. And Jake Lewis says, heard a rumor Miles Morales and Willem Dafoe will be in Spider-Man 3. Can't wait. I mean, I think everybody's rumored to be in that film, Jake.
Yeah. Should be interesting. I know Avengers Endgame is a big movie with lots of characters, but doing cross universes should be interesting.
I mean, it's another way to bring back the fans, the money. I mean, you can bet the box office for these films, these mixing, universes films is going to bring in the cash. I can tell you that.
Lucas, I'm really sorry, but think that's I'm really sorry, my friend.
No, it's completely fine, Jordan. I'm glad we had 1 hour and 15 minutes of a great chat, though. So everybody, Jordan has got to go now, which is completely fine. So thank you so much for doing this, Jordan. Hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah,
it'll just be me now, unfortunately. Boring old me. I'm sure the viewers are going to drop down to like half when you leave.
I don't think so. No, I really enjoyed it. I don't want to go. That hour and 15 has just flew by.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it, mate. Thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate
not a problem. It's been great.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll be at 1,000 subscribers in no time.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks very much, everyone, for the questions and stuff and having me on. Thanks.
Thank you. I think you can just remove yourself, Jordan. I think that's...
All right. See you later.
See you later. Bye. Thank you, Jordan.
Bye.
So there he goes. Thank you so much, Jordan, or the movie worm, to be leaving. I'm just going to jump down all the way to the bottom because people are saying goodbye to Jordan. We've got Film Geek 13. Now, guys, I'll be going for about another. Hopefully, this volume's okay because I've had a sibling come in and disturb the live stream. Never good when that happens, but it's understandable. I've got quite a loud voice. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, we'll go for another about 15 minutes or so, catch up with the comments. Oh, Erin is here. Hello, Erin. But let's just catch up with the comments because we've had so many comments in. It's been so great. I might consider starting the streams a little earlier because it seems, with my siblings my younger, he's 10 years old, so he's got to go to bed considerably later than me. I might consider doing the streams a little earlier on the early side. But we'll see about that, just so I'm getting so many more people watching and commenting, and I really want to answer all these questions. But let's not waste any time. And just see if anyone's responded to that. I don't think they have. They probably will. Where are we? Where are we with the comments? And we are here. Movie Book. James, he says, what's your favorite Edgar Wright film? It would be Hot Fuzz. So good. Such a good film. Love Hot Fuzz. Haven't seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World, though. Everyone. I really want to watch that. Dad is here. Hello. It feels very weird calling you Dad because you're not my dad. I don't know why you call yourself that, but again, thank you for coming along and commenting on my videos and such like. And I'm very well, thank you. Back to the Future Boy. What's your favourite after the Cornetto trilogy minus Hot Fuzz? Well, that answers. You've just had my answer for that. Back to the Future Boy, it would be Hot Fuzz. I completely agree with you. Joshua Boyd, he says, what's your review on The Exorcist and how it developed since its original release, i.e. the changes of its fear factor? Joshua, I haven't seen The Exorcist. I know, it's really bad. It's really high on that list to watch soon. So hopefully at some point this month or next month, I'll be watching it. See if anyone's responded to that. Oh, it doesn't matter. I just appreciate everyone being here. Got 32 people watching. It's brilliant. Grace Hutchins says, the house that Jack built was a film that I wasted 155 minutes on. Well, Grace, I'm guessing you don't recommend that film. I'll still watch it. I mean, it's a lot of fun treat. It's going to be something interesting. Have you seen Evita? I haven't, Marcus. I'm going to look that one up. I'm going to look that one up. Oh, it's still on lists. This is directed by Alan Parker, 1996. I haven't seen it, Marcus. No, I've actually never heard of that one. I haven't seen that one. Have you seen Blowout and Dressed to Kill by De Palma? Love both of them. Unfortunately not. Really want to watch more De Palma. I've seen Blow Up though, which is Blowout's obviously a remake of Blow Up, but it's slightly different. As in, Blow Up is about photographer, and Blow Out is about a sound recordist. And I think they explore different themes and they have different meanings. But yeah, I've seen Blow Up, which is so good. Michelangelo Antonioni, such a good film. Saying so much, so interesting. Yeah, I'd definitely recommend Blow Up, but I haven't seen any of those films, unfortunately. Movie Mad is here. Hello, Movie Mad. How are you doing? Alex says, I love Fargo season 1, but I think I slightly prefer season 2. Which season is your favorite? Oh, Jordan's gone now. Well, hopefully, I don't know if he's going to watch the playback, but if he does, he might comment. He might message you, Alex. Anyway, Dan says, I watched Asif Kapadia's documentary, Amy. Very powerful. What's a documentary you guys recommend? Again, fortunately, Jordan's gone. Completely understandable, though. He's got to make the video for his football channel thing. So I get it. I mean, if I was a football fan, I get it. A documentary, 13th, by Ava DuVernay on Netflix. Definitely recommend, and Love Antosha as well. Both documentaries. Really, Love Antosha is really uplifting, really inspirational. Like I said, especially if you're creative. I know, Dan, you've made a few short films. If you're an actor, filmmaker, whatever, it will resonate with you. It will inspire you. 13th is just powerful. To brilliant effect. Back to the Future Boy says, do you guys think, because Back to the Future, because... Okay, I think you're asking if there's 2 Martin McFlys. I haven't seen Back to the Future trilogy in a long time, so I don't think I can answer that question. I'm waiting to buy the 4K box set of them when the price goes to a nice price. I want to get them on 4K. Alex says, I always take the day after the Oscars off work so I can stay up and watch them. It's always amazing to watch live. Completely agree, Alex. Really agree. And if I have the opportunity to do it this year, I definitely will, and I'll probably record my live reactions. Patel says, what is your favorite film score or soundtrack? Film score, as in like proper musical score for a film, would be Empire Strikes Back from John Williams, obviously. Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Williams is just the best. Those two come to mind. And the soundtrack would be Goodfellas. What else? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Love the soundtrack to that film. Back to the Future Boy says, okay, this is a big comment. In Back to the Future 2, were there 2 Marty McFlys? Do you think when Marty goes back to 1985 in second one or third, do you guys think... I seriously don't know. I'm sorry. It's a big question. I mean, if I had just binged the entire trilogy just before I hopped on the stream, then I might be able to answer your question. Alex says, I watched Ace Ventura Pet Detective earlier because my fiance likes it, and it's easily one of the worst films I've ever seen. Hated it so much. How do I tell her? That's the wedding call. I thought it was quite fun, but I watched Pet Detective 3 years ago, so if I ever watch it again, I might be agreeing with you, Alex. Joshua says, what's your view on Nightmare on Elm Street 2010? I haven't seen it, Joshua, sorry. Taking a quick break here, guys. This thing. Look at this. This is like a comedy thing, isn't it? I'm continuously spinning at this thing. God. Anyway. Leave It Mad says, I watched Saw for the first time on Sunday, followed by Jeepers Creepers. Was it any good, Movie Mad? Did you like it or not? We'll see. Luke says, I watched that new documentary about Robin Williams leading up to his death, and it was a brilliant documentary and was a legend of an actor. He will always be missed in Our Hearts Forever. I agree, and that's a documentary high on the list that I'd like to watch. Chris Hutchins says, After We Fell released a 30-second teaser, and I'm excited to see the film. Grace, I have no interest in these after films. I thought there was only one of them, and then I kept on seeing another film. I thought which I thought was the same film be advertised. I thought, why are they advertising this? This came out last year and it looked terrible. No offense, I know you like them, but like I said, I haven't seen any of them, and I have no intention of watching them. I've just scrolled down to the bottom, and we've got people telling Rihan to stop. Right, Rihan, please stop spamming. Archie, if Rihan continues to say weird things, put him in a timeout, please. I trust your judgment. If people have told him to stop and he isn't stopping, put him in a timeout, because I trust everyone who watches the stream. Well, pretty much everyone. Because most of you guys are regulars, so we know each other. It's a great community. Where are we? Luke says, if you had seen it, guys, what do you think of the documentary? Like I said, Luke, want to watch it? Haven't got round to it, but would really love to. Rehan says, last night I watched a Marvel movie called Daredevil. Did you enjoy it, Alex? Not Alex, Rehan. And I was not getting confused there. I don't know why I said Alex. Don't get offended, Alex. Alex Pitt. Joshua says, I would go out during the purge, but not kill. Just run for my life. Oh, but you would probably get killed. Wouldn't you be safer if you were in your home, barricaded in? I would think you'd be safer there, Josh. Rihan says, hello, Filmmaker. I want to play a game. I think this is where the comments started getting a little weird. I don't know why you said that, Rihan. I don't know if you're quoting someone or if you actually want to play a game with me, in which case, no. Sorry, but I don't. And you haven't even specified what game we're going to be playing, which makes me even more worried. Joshua says, oh, yes, sorry for the spam question. Oh, it's okay, Joshua. Film Geek, Archie says, going to watch Michael Mann's Heat tomorrow. Thoughts if you've seen it? I thought Heat was really solid, really brilliant. I think I gave it like a 4.3 out of 5 when I first watched it, which would have been, I watched it about a year ago. I still have to watch it again. I feel like I'm going to enjoy it more upon subsequent rewatches. It's quite subtle, but it's really well made. And the final third act is spectacular. Really, really well. And of course, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, the cast is so good. The acting, it is just so good. I hope you have a good time with it, Archie. Moviebook says, have either of you seen any of the older Planet of the, I think you mean Apes films? If you've seen, thoughts on them? I haven't seen any of them, no, Moviebook. I'd like to, though, James. I'd like to watch the original 1968 one. And if I enjoy that, I might have fun with the sequels. Back to Future Boy says, I've never even speak to Cinewatch and not trying to be rude towards Lucas. Okay, I will follow you on Letterboxd. And what do you mean I remind you of someone? What I mean by that is, Back to Future Boy, you very much type, I mean, this could be entirely coincidental, but someone who I blocked on Instagram very much types like you do, and I think someone did tell me you are the person. So, yeah, I don't want to say that out loud in case I'm wrong. Oh, and actually, I love Ace Ventura. It is fun. It is a good time. You can't beat Jim Carrey. What's this? What is this? I hope that doesn't mean hate Moviebook. I do think the first one is great. I don't think it means I hate Moviebook. I don't know what you mean by that, Movie Mad. Movie Mad says, political films. Oh, JFK. Can't believe I forgot about JFK. JFK is so good. If anyone hasn't seen JFK, it's 3.5 hours long. It flies by. It is so well edited. Just watch JFK, people. I did award it 5 stars once. Need to watch it again. It's not a film at this moment in time. I don't know, but yeah, JFK is super, super good. My favorite Oliver Stone film by far. Made me a big fan of his work. Also, his favorite Hitchcock films. He's one of my favorite directors. I go with Rear Window, Lady Vanishes, 39 Steps, Notorious. I'd go with Psycho, Rear Window, and what's the other one? North by Northwest. I actually don't like the 39 Steps. I don't. Isn't like I hate the film. It's not a bad film by any means. It's just not an investing film. I didn't think the 39 Steps was that good. I'll give it like a 3-star. Okay, we've got people saying goodbye to Jordan. And Luke is agreeing with Jordan here on the Blair Witch. Can't sleep. Now, I actually would slightly disagree. I've seen the Blair Witch Project. I don't think it's that good. It didn't scare me. Maybe it's because, I don't know if you, Jordan or Luke, watched it when it first came out or anything like that, because it was quite big when it came out. People thought it was actually real or something. I thought it was quite flat. I give it 3 stars. Erin says, do you know Taste of Honey? A Taste of Honey? I don't think so. I'll look that up for you, Erin. No. Oh, it's directed by Tony Richardson. It looks quite interesting. I'll add it to the watch list, Erin. It looks good. Thank you for putting that on my radar. Wow, we have so many comments. People, I'm going to have to... Oh, and Jake just said that you forgot Malcolm X. I haven't seen Malcolm X, unfortunately. But, guys, you're going to have to slow down on the comments. And yeah, it's a Spike Lee. You're correct, Thumbflick. Because like I said, I've got a sibling who's trying to sleep. And it's just like... Oh, it seems that Rehan has been taken down or something. He was spamming. I'm just going to go on my other YouTube tab. Yeah, he has been. Rehan was timed out by Filmgeek 13. Yeah, thank you, Archie. Thank you for doing that. It does seem that he was spamming, especially from what everyone else is commenting as well. Oh, and Back to the Future Boy just said, my name is... Oh, and another reason. Okay, you're saying that you're kind of Breeson or whatever. Okay, I believe you, but another reason why I thought that is because this person who was messaging me, who I had to block, loves and talked about all the same films that you're talking to me about now. So it's obviously a huge coincidence. But yeah, slow down in the comments. I appreciate everybody watching. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate everyone watching so much, but it's just crazy. I just have so many people. Oh, Ollie, if you're still watching, I saw your comment and I'm so glad you mentioned it in the stream. Hopefully you're still watching. Drop a comment if you are. So I know you're watching me talk about this, but I have seen The Fugitive with Harrison Ford in. It is really, really good. I love The Fugitive. I keep on saying I love films, but I mean, I do love films, but I'm just saying I keep on using the word love to describe films, and I really should use that word more sparingly. But I really like it a lot. It's not a 5-star film. I gave it like a 4.5 when I first watched it, and I definitely have to watch it again. Just the suspense, the tension, the engagement of the film. It's so entertaining, so well acted. It's just like a really, I want to say solid, but then it goes a little bit of above and beyond, in my opinion, just in a few different ways. Archie says, do you want me to permanently block him, Lucas, or stick with a timeout? It would be better if I had caught up with the comments so I could see what he's typing. What is he typing? Can Archie explain the situation to me? What is he saying? What is he spamming? And if he continues to do it. Okay, I'm giving you a warning now, Rehan. From me personally, you have been in timeout. This is what I do. If someone is spamming or trolling, I would personally, and I've told this to Archie, put them in a timeout, and then that is their warning. If they continue to do it, it's a permanent block. I know, Rehan, you've told me you've got autism, and that's not great. I get it. I'm sorry for that, but please, you can at least restrain yourself from spamming and saying silly things. And, you've been warned. You know, people have warned you. People have blocked you on their streams before. You've been doing this to me longer than anyone else. You've been doing this to me for almost 5 months now, and you're not blocked. So I'm quite resilient with you, Rehan. You've put some really weird things on, talking about drinking of blood and candlelit dinners and telling people to go subscribe to your channel. Don't take this. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm just trying to be fair. Oh, and it seems he was spamming. Okay. He was spamming about his film and asking if you wanted to play games. Yeah. All right, Rehan, I'll forgive you if you stop spamming. If you ask me questions about films, go ahead and watch, ask me questions about films, but stop spamming. Okay? Thank you. I've just seen somebody put a really not funny joke. Schindler's List, my favorite comedy, Schindler's List. Archie, can you go ahead and time that person out? I don't know if they're trying to be funny, but joke about the Holocaust isn't funny. So put this YouTube user in timeout. That's just not funny. And Jake just put a loose Everton as well, and I've had to block him myself to save myself the headache. Well, yeah. Even Jake's now saying that he has autism, and again, I'm really sorry for that. But even Jake isn't doing what Rehan is doing, so I'm trying to be fair. But yeah, no, okay, thank you, Rehan. You've corrected yourself. Have I watched John Wick 3? I have. I really like it. Okay, let's catch up with the comments. God, I need to answer all these questions. How many? Okay, where are we? Okay, Film Flick. Josh says, I want to send you my spare Tree of Life Blu-ray so that you can watch it to see what you think. Josh, if you have a spare Tree of Life Blu-ray lying around and you want to send it to me, if you want to, if it's borrowing it or if it's, as a proper subscriber mail and keeping it, go ahead, because I'd love to. But what I want to do is I want to watch Malik's films in release order and go through his filmography, because I know he's quite an acquired taste. But drop me a message on Instagram, Josh, and we can talk about that. Jake says, tried to record my video today, took 5 tries, constant interruptions. It's annoying. My video. Is this like interruptions from family members? I don't know if you're referring to when my sibling came in a moment ago, but it is annoying. I mean, when I'm recording videos as well, I always have to stop when I hear someone doing something in the house, somebody playing on a game, shouting in anger and rage. Yeah, especially when you're in a family house, it is really quite hard. And when a live stream, I'm surprised that no one has actually wandered in, walking past. I mean, I do tell everyone I'm going live. Can we please not make as much noise? Don't come into my room. So I'm quite lucky actually that no sibling has walked, in the background or has made any really loud noises. Yeah. Okay. Where are we? Okay, we've got somebody called Joe Noon here. He says, hi, I love your content. Thank you very much, Joe. Plus, I have a question. What's your favorite movie ever? I don't have a favorite movie ever. I can't pick a favorite movie because I love so many. It's impossible to pick one. So I'll just give you a rundown. Taxi Driver, Goodfellas, 2001: Space Odyssey, Midsummer, 8.5, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Have I said Hereditary? Midsummer, Hereditary, both of those films are favorites. Don't want to forget any. What are some other ones that I really love? I think I've said Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, haven't I? Empire Strikes Back, the 2, Back to the Future. No, Back to the Future, the 2 Godfather films, Godfather 1, Godfather 2, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and The Dark Knight. I've only got 15 favourite films. Oh, and The Incredibles as well is one of my favourites. Big nostalgia for that film. Love The Incredibles so much. I'm just seeing if Ollie's still here. I told him to drop a comment if he's still watching. I don't think he is. Oh, well, I'll reply to his comment anyway. Where are we with the comments? Oh, here we are. Erin says King of Comedy or Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver, one of my favorite films of all time. 5 out of 5 film for me. She says film flick, Tree of Life looks really interesting. Heard good things. Definitely going to check it out soon. Yeah, because I would like to get the criterion of it, but then again, I've heard mixed things, so I don't want to own a criterion for a film that I don't really connect with. We'll see. Oh, another good Alan Parker film is Midnight Express, one of the films that got me into in film in general. Wow, I've heard of Midnight Express, haven't seen it. I might add that to the watch list as well. I know that's floating around streaming service quite regularly. Have you seen any Thomas Vinterberg films? He's the Danish director, which is where I come from. He's made Celebration, The Hunt, and Another Round. I haven't, unfortunately, Batel, but all those films are on my list. I really want to watch The Hunt, really want to watch Another Round, and The Celebration. Very high on the list. Owen, Film Flicked, says it's one of my faves, so hopefully I really like it. Aaron says, how important do you think inconsistencies in narrative storytelling is in your final perception of a film? How important do you think you put inconsistencies? I don't know, Aaron. You always ask very interesting and good questions, but those questions, they require a lot of thinking because they're good. But and what's this? What have you asked? Do you know? I can't even say that word. Is it a film? Is it a director? Is it a show? Let me just quickly type that up, not to take off too much. Koyaan. Is it? Oh, something's coming up. Oh, I've heard about this actually. Oh, it's got such a weird name. No, I've heard about this. I'll probably watch it because it's got really good reviews and it looks interesting. Jake says, Rihanna, if you're gonna come to these live streams, please be respectful and not ask the same questions over and over. It gets annoying. Not trying to be rude, giving you friendly advice. Completely agree, Jake. I'm just going to check the recent comments. Hopefully nothing else has happened. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, so many interruptions when I film. Hopefully we are safe tomorrow. Yeah, I'm glad people feel my pain. Oh, and Paul Brooks says, hello again, Lucas. You are having a lot of trouble tonight, it seems. Not too much. It's usually Rihan who sometimes causes a bit of a stir. But apart from that, it seems to be pretty good. Oh, and that guy who made a comment about Schindler's List being a comedy, that was in poor taste. I mean, yeah, it's just not funny. It's just kind of, yeah. I don't like that kind of stuff. I mean, the guy might have been joking about it, but still, are you really going to joke about the Holocaust? No Parking is here. It says, I recommend For Sama as a documentary. Another documentary I'd like to go and watch. Every scene is so powerful and it's so personal for me as I'm from Aleppo. Hopefully I pronounced that right, No Parking. No, it does seem really good. Aaron says, this might be controversial here, but I don't like the Oscars. I can see why some people might not care for the Oscars. Maybe that's what you're trying to say, Erin, or maybe you just hate the Oscars in general. I don't know. Dan says, have you shown your family 2001: A Space Odyssey? What were your thoughts? Sorry if that's an intro. Oh, no, it's fine, Dan. No. What were their thoughts? I haven't, no. Mainly because I don't think it would interest anyone. Maybe my in the middle brother, who's just 15, so 1 year younger than me. He seems to be getting into more, interesting films, I guess. More bigger films, like we watched Goodfellas together, me, my mum, and me and my brother, who's a year younger than me, not my 10-year-old brother. We watched Goodfellas together, and he is a Letterboxd account, and he gave it 4 stars. He didn't think it did anything particularly interesting. He didn't think the story was told in any particularly interesting way. He thought, solid story, really good. I was shocked, but he's seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. My brother and my mum watched that on New Year's Eve, And he loved that. I'm so glad he liked it because it's one of my favorite films of all time. So he might be interested in 2001 now, because I watched 2001 when I was about 13, 14 maybe. I think I was 13 actually when I watched that film. I don't know, but I was pretty young, maybe too young to understand it, but I did. And I didn't know exactly what I watched, but I knew I loved it. And of course, subsequent rewatches had proved that. Okay, more Rehan spam. I'm going to go through that. Jake says, what's the Tarantino 8 documentary like? I've seen that. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's all right. I like the Spielberg documentary. I like the Spielberg one they did. Joshua Boy said, please tell me a British YouTuber you have seen. Please tell me, as a British YouTuber you have seen in between years. I have seen one episode. Joshua, I really hope that counts. Does that count? I've seen one episode. I'm sorry. My friends used to go on and on and on about that film. They loved The Inbetweeners, and I haven't seen any of the films. Probably will check them out soon. I mean, the episode I watched was funny. Okay, so I'm just going to be talking about the questions here. What's this? This is a big comment. Rehan, please stop spamming Lucas. He told you like 1,000 times. Okay, people are just getting really annoyed at Rehan. Okay, we've got a comment here. Elry Fiddler says, what's your views on Zombieland? Really enjoyed it, as it's a few years since I've seen it. Still need to see Double Tap. So I thought Double Tap wasn't that good, but I did quite enjoy the original Zombieland. So I'm going to be just focusing on the comments, guys. Alex says, I'm also doing a Tarantino tier ranking this week, which would be great because I love almost all of his films. The only one I don't like is Death Proof. Alex, if you're still watching, I'll definitely be watching that as well because I love Tarantino, and I'm in the middle of rewatching quite a few of his films. And Grace Hutchings, Grace is celebrating with Rehan being put in timeout. I've already blocked him on my channel, so we won't be seeing him tomorrow. Okay. Oh, Walter's back. Walter, I don't know if you're... hopefully you're back now when I caught up to this comment. Did I acknowledge I saw this comment? I don't know if I did, but hello, Walter, if you're still here. Archie says, do you want me to... Oh, yeah, we went through that. Walter says, what are your thoughts on watching films online, not on streaming services? I'm guessing this is in connection to how you watched Promising Young Woman the last night on a website. And I know I can't believe this, but I never ever look at the webcam when I'm doing these live streams. I'm always looking either at myself or at the comments. It feels weird to look at the webcam straight up at the webcam. So sorry if that distracts anyone or it feels impersonal to you. But and now I've brought that up, obviously people are going to be realizing that it's going to notice. So maybe I shouldn't have brought that up. Sometimes I really should keep my mouth shut. But as you can tell, this is called the Filmmaker Talks. I enjoy to talk, especially to you guys live. And I think, like, you made the argument, Walter, that the reason why you watched it online is because it's available nowhere else, and I completely agree. I did say in the middle of the stream that I'll be probably next week watching the newer movies that are not yet available in the UK, like Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman. So I'm a culprit of it. In fact, I watched Parasite in August 2019, and it got released in was it the UK cinemas in February 2020. So I'm a culprit of it too. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Okay, we've got so many people. I'm really, really sorry. But I need to wrap this up. I really, really, really appreciate all these comments, and I really will be reevaluating maybe my my schedule with these live streams, because today has just been fantastic. We've had 30 people watching, gone down to 27, it went to 35. Usually last week I was on about 15 to 20 people watching. It's almost doubled. It's so grateful to everyone watching. And the comments are just coming in thick and fast. So annoying. Sometimes I just wish I lived on my own. Oh, I've only seen one episode. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I'm not going to lie to you. And Cinematic Art, hello there. And wow, this stream length is very impressive. I know, I never planned to go this far, but I've had so many comments, Cinematic Art. I haven't even answered all of them yet. I'm just kind of addressing how long it's gone and how I need to wrap it up. And Archie says wrap it up whenever, it's fine. You don't need really. But I appreciate it all the more though, Archie. And did I acknowledge that, Walter? Yeah, I think I acknowledged that comment. Did I? If I didn't, Walter, then yes, I agree. And I think you did. I did see that you had put that on social media somewhere, on Facebook or something. Recent. So I've seen Ant-Man 2, Rihan. I've seen all the Marvel films, if you're wondering. Hopefully that answers a lot of your questions. What does Alex have to say? He says, I've decided to catch up on the Scorsese film I haven't seen next couple of weeks. He's my second favorite director. I still need to see quite a lot of his films. Yeah, soon I'm going to be heading into my Scorsese rewatch / watching the films that I haven't seen of his yet. I am familiar with The Holy Mountain. I'm familiar with, what's his name, Alejandro Jodorowsky. I'm familiar with those films, Aaron. Oh, and James has got to go now. Fortunately, got to head off. Got to get ready for the next fun-filled day at work. Well, thank you so much, James, for stopping by. I know you've gone quite a while back now, but I appreciate all the more if you watch the replay. Thank you so much, James, for stopping by. And people are definitely agreeing with me with family interrupting. In fact, it's funny when I'm recording my videos, there's like clips, because sometimes I'm doing a video. I mean, all of you have seen my videos, I would assume, and it would jump cut because I've either made a mistake or someone is doing something loud, so I have to stop. And I never include this in the video, and I don't really show this on Twitter because sometimes I show bloopers on Twitter, but you just have me doing this. Lois, shut up. But it makes me look like I'm a crazy person. Okay, yeah, I know. I think I've caught up pretty much. Yeah, I've gone through them. I really hope I haven't skipped anyone, but I think. Oh, and Jake says, great live tonight. Don't worry, not leaving. Just want to say that you're doing a great job and would love to be part of one. Jake, thank you so much for the kind words. And I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to be a part of one next week. So yeah, I'll message you over on Instagram. We'll get that sorted. Stephen says, hi, Filmmaker, just finished the edit on the 4K video. Hi, Stephen, if you're still watching, sounds really good. I'll definitely be checking that out, and hopefully I'll be watching your Criterion video later today. So you've got an awesome collection. I am so jealous, but it's so great because I'm making note of all the films that you've got that are like really interesting to me. You have so many interesting films in your collection. I really envy you. You're such a brilliant collection. And it's so informative as well. You've seen like almost all of them. So it's great to hear your thoughts. Filmflix says, I was going to make my brother watch Marriage Story as I have been on at him forever. And didn't you say that your brother was studying screenwriting at university, Josh? I think Marriage Story's got an absolutely brilliant screenplay, so it'd even be all the more rewarding for him to go watch it. But then again, I don't know how many brothers you've got. Might be a different brother. Walter says, what's Room 237 documentary like? I've been wondering whether to watch it. It's interesting, Walter. There's some really odd theories, some of them that don't make any sense. So on that level, it's entertaining. On another level, it's fascinating to see the impact The Shining has had on so many people. Oh, and Archie's saying that it's not professionally made. The sound is really bad. I mean, I've only seen it the once. I think I watched it on YouTube, so yeah. God, right? Are we caught up? I think we are. Oh, and Jake said you should do a bloopers. I usually do that on Twitter, but yeah, I could do one for my YouTube videos. Just make it as an actual video. I mess up so many times. I mean, it's bad enough when I'm live and I can't get my words out. When I'm talking, sometimes I just forget what I'm saying. In fact, it was so annoying when I did my 5 out of 5 video. The point that I made about joke about how it's got some flaws, so it's not a 5 out of 5 film, but some films I can identify the flaws and still give them 5 out of 5. I completely forgot about that. I couldn't remember it. I just couldn't remember. And then I remembered, and there's a video of this because I was recording when I was trying to remember, and then I completely forgot again. And then it got so bad that I had to go and stop recording, go and watch the recording that I just did to remind me what point I was going to make. I knew I should have written my points down on paper, but I didn't. I don't know why. I should be really more organized. Oh, In Bruges. Sorry, Luke. In Bruges is really good, and hopefully, I think you enjoyed it, didn't you, Luke? I enjoy In Bruges. Alex says, thanks for the support. By the way, Lucas, I'm looking forward to having you on my live stream in a couple of weeks. No problem, Alex. Really enjoying your content, and I'm looking forward to being on the live stream. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I'll wrap it up now then. This has gone on for way longer than I expected. Thank you to everyone. I think this might be one of my longest live streams I've done. It's heading towards 2 hours, which is just, what time are we? We're almost at 9 o'clock. Wow. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone who's been here. We started off at like 30 people. Considerably, it's gone down to 20 now. I get that. We've gone on for a really long time. Of course, we had the brilliant Movie Bug. Not Movie Bug. I always get Movie Bug and Movie Worm mixed up. Movie Worm, because of the names. Movie Worm was here. Jordan, really had fun talking with him. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Great stream. Lucas, take care. Yeah, thank you, everyone. If anyone's got any closing comments to say, I'm just checking the oh God, what's all this? Oh wow, I've got a YouTube tab open with the, like in the YouTube Studio live stream I'm looking at, and the comments are still loading from like 30 minutes ago. All says, great stream. See you next week. Have a good one. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Grace, for stopping by. Thank you, Jake, as well. Respect the way you handle Rehan. Take care. Message me about. I certainly will, and stay safe as well. Jake, Luke, bye now. It's been a pleasure watching your stream. Now I'm off. Everyone, it's, yeah, really appreciate everybody. Steve just put, there's a brilliant Sidney Lumet documentary you should check out. I know you like him. Yeah, I do like Sidney Lumet. I'll probably check it out once I've seen more of his films. Yeah, thank you so much, Walter, as well. And thank you, everybody. Sorry for the interruptions, but hopefully the stream has gone smoothly, because it's weird when I'm live. I feel like I'm doing a really bad job, but people seem to really enjoy it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for tuning in for the 31st episode of the Filmmaker Talks, and I will see you on the 32nd episode next week, and hopefully we'll be having Jake on as a guest. Thank you all.